Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm going to be test riding this motorcycle as well. This is going to be the 2021 Indian Challenger. This is going to be different than your other bikes here. It's going to have more horsepower than your Tour Master, your Chieftain, your Chief. It's going to have 122 horsepower. It's going to have 126 foot-pound of torque. It's going to have dual disc, 4 piston calipers, so 4 pistons per each disc. So it's going to have Brembo brakes. In the back, you're going to have a 16-inch rear tire. It's going to be single disc, and it's going to be belt drive. The way it's configured right now, this one has LED lights. This one is going to have the right command from India. It's going to have LED lights, as you can see. Beautiful, basically beautiful headlights. The signals are going to be up here, so you're not going to see anything hanging loose from the motorcycle as you will with other bikes. As you're going to see in the back, it's going to be everything kind of titty up together. You're going to see the dual exhaust coming from the bike. You're going to see your brake lights and turn signals are going to be built into one. This one has a 6-gallon tank. So your seat height is going to be 26.5 inches. You're going to have around maybe 5.5 to 6 inches of ground clearance and about 30 to 31 inches of degrees of lean angle. So again, this is not going to be a motorcycle that you're going to take out for to go racing or anything like that, but it's going to be a very comfortable bike for you and the missus, if that's what you're looking for. I find it kind of hilarious that they have this here, but I mean, I guess the passenger can hold on to that strap bar. But beautiful motorcycle, beautiful engine. I love how everything comes nice and together. As you can see, this is going to be water cooled, so that's why they're able to go ahead and push these motorcycles a little bit harder. You're going to have the engine cooling a lot better than you would on for example over here on this other Indian model, or the Indian Springer, which is going to be oil air cool. So beautiful bike. Let's see how we like it. All right guys, we are now on the Indian Challenger. This is going to be, yeah, do you mind? This is going to be the 2021 Indian Challenger. As you can see, this one is going to come with the right command. This one is going to come with the right command, so you're going to see your beautiful 6-inch display. It's going to have all the information you could have and then not really care about. But back here, again, just like the other Indian motorcycles, you have the ability to switch between screens, or if you wanted to, you could go ahead and just switch between screens with your gloves. So, which is really good. Again, gives you the ability to see your trips, trip 1, trip 2. It's going to give you the engine temperature. It's going to give you the voltage right now of your battery. Let's go ahead and just move out of here. We'll move into the shade because, guys, it's let's move into the shading. I'll go into a little bit more detail regarding the screen and everything else that it has. The Indian Challenger is going to be throttled by wire, so you're going to have different riding modes. You're able to select from 3 different riding modes. You also have the ability as well to select between. You also have the ability to also have the cruise control. You also have with the Indian Challenger, you're going to have the ability to lower and raise your windshield. So I'll give you guys a better feel once I'm out on the open road, just to see how much wind protection you do have once you have to raise your windshield. But I do like the fact that you still have your RPM and you have your speedometer. It's all going to be analog, and then you have all your features over here on the display down here, on the Indian Ride Command display down here. So okay, we're here in the shade. Let me just go ahead and just put it on neutral. All right guys, so like I was telling you earlier, so you're able to see this will give you your PSI. It gives you your fuel range. That you will also see that up here. So you have your fuel range, your voltage, how many miles do you have to go ahead and change your oil. Again, you have the ability to either switch through the screens back here, through the lever back here, as you can see, or you have the ability just to go ahead and just do a swipe. So like I said before, these are my Revit gloves. They have touchscreen and they're beautiful. So again, another way for you to go ahead and switch between the screens. So let's go ahead and put it here. Right here is going to give us basically our current ride. It's going to give us our moving time, our stop time, the elevation range, how far did we go, how long were we riding for. So you do get a lot of information that, you know, you might think that you don't want, but once you have it, you're like, okay, where has it been this whole time? Another great feature that you have, this comes, you're able to connect your phone. As you can see here, you can add a device. You also have the ability to go ahead and either connect your phone here. You're going to see the speakers are going to be right over here. The saddlebags, and I'll show you right now. These saddlebags are going to be basically, you just press, open. So then here we have other options. So we have the control. So we have to the brightness. You can either do it on auto or just do it manually. Or if you want to as well, you have the ability to select between the modes. You have standard, you have the rain mode, and you have sport. Let's go ahead and run it on standard just to see how she runs, and then we'll go ahead and just switch it to sport just to see if there's any difference that we can notice. So again, here's the electronic windshield. So as you can see, it doesn't really go up a whole lot. I do like the fact that they actually have a window right over here that will allow the wind to come in, you know, as you're riding. Here's your horn. You know, let's go ahead and go back to our main display, and I'm gonna leave it there, that way you guys can see it going. So this, so the Challenger is going to be a direct competition to the Road Glide. It's going to have more horsepower. It's going to have a bigger engine on the Road Glide. The Challenger produces 122 horsepower and 126 foot-pound of torque, compared to the Road Glide's 108 foot-pound of torque. So let's go ahead and put the windshield down. That way we're able to give you a good feedback regarding the windshield. So it has a compass here as well. You can see it's telling us that we're going east. Right now the temperature outside is 94 degrees, and it's 11:39 in the morning. You can tell right off the bat, the power delivery, it feels very smooth compared to the Indian Springster, where you have that, I don't know if it's the torque, I don't know if it's because anything to do with the throttle, but the Springster felt kind of choppy compared to the Challenger, where it feels nice and smooth, the power delivery. I definitely get the appeal now of why people buy, you know, this type of bike, you know, the cruiser, the bagger type of bike. You have your feet directly in front of you. You don't have your knees bent over in, you know, an uncomfortable angle, usually like 90 degrees. Your legs are forward. The seat is nice and comfortable. It has back support because the way the seat is, so very comfortable. Power delivery is very, very smooth, which is incredible. The wind protection is not bad. Let's go ahead and start racing it just to see how it, you know, how it feels. Okay, yeah, not bad. I mean, you do get some protection. It's not going to be anything crazy, but I mean, I'm guessing they probably have an aftermarket that you could probably add a little bit more height if you wanted to. However, if you ask me, that's going to go ahead and change the whole aesthetics looks of the bike. You do want to keep the short windshield, just because that's just how the motorcycle is going to look a lot better. So let's go ahead and just, you know, give it some, get it going out here just to see how she rides. So as you saw, top speed is going to be limited to 110 miles an hour. However, I mean, who the hell needs to go that fast? So let's go ahead and turn the cruise control on. Let's see. Right there, you can see that we just went ahead and turn it on. Let's go ahead and set it now. there you go, guys. Don't have to worry about it. Motorcycle is already engaged, so feels beautiful. Nice and comfortable ride. Even though you don't have a lot of suspension travel in the front or the back, the motorcycle does feel well planted, and you don't feel all those, you know, nook and crannies, all those cracks in the road. It does feel very smooth and very comfortable. I want to go ahead and change this over to sport mode to see how, you know, how she's going to behave now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll get over here, and just like your typical car, you go ahead and you press on the brake. I'm gonna press on the back brake, and there we go. We just went ahead and disengage the cruise control. So over here we're gonna go ahead and make a left. But so far, guys, this the Indian Challenger feels extremely well made. Being that the foot controls are going to be forward, I keep trying to do, like if I was on my FJR, I keep trying to, you know, shift as, you know, not really moving my feet. So I have to remind myself, move your feet forward. So what do I like about the bike so far? The engine is beautiful. The power delivery of the Challenger, whether you're going at low speed or high speed, you can definitely feel it there. Aesthetic wise, the Challenger looks incredible. It has beautiful lines. The front fairing, it's, you know, it's fixed right there, so it's not, you know, it doesn't move. You know, it's basically, I don't want to say welded, but it's, you know, just, you know, tied to the frame. So I want to go ahead and just see if we feel any difference with the motorcycle in sport mode. So let's see. She feels 1,000 times better. So the Challenger comes from the factory with ABS brakes. It also comes with basically, it's called like lean angle. So what it does is the motorcycle is constantly measuring via its axis, you know, front and back, and what it's doing is measuring the lean angle compared to your throttle position and how fast you're going. What it does is it allows the motorcycle to understand and to know, okay, you know, the motorcycle is leaned way too much to the left, way too much to the right, and what it does is it assists the rider to either, you know, what it's going to do basically is just going to go ahead and slow you down so you don't end up falling off the bike. So very nice feature to have, if you ask me. Very safety, it's a great safety feature. You have no idea how many riders we see all the time that just due to lack of experience, they don't know that they shouldn't be going that fast, or they, you know, they're not really good riders when it comes to your leaning angles and, you know, your how to go into curves. And what ends up happening is you end up, you know, either overcompensating and you end up going into a ditch, or, you know, just riding straight into, you know, a curve or something. So very nice feature to have, especially when you have a motorcycle of this size that it's going to be over 800 pounds when you think, you know, fully loaded. So I guess I can definitely come through the back, which is great, because let me tell you, if I had to wait that long just to go ahead and turn around and come back, it would kill me. So the only two bikes that I have left to ride are basically the Chieftain and the Roadmaster. Out of the two of them, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to riding the Chieftain. I've never been into those big you know, V-twin touring bikes, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm intrigued just to see, you know, how's the riding, how does the weight feel, because I come from a Yamaha FJR. I mean, it's not the lightest bike, but it's not the heaviest bike either, and the power to weight ratio, when you compare the Yamaha FJR to almost, you know, a little under 900 pounds for the Roadmaster, it's a big difference. So guys, if you like the content, just give it a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe. I'm you know, I'm shooting for more content now. I'm finally out of school. I was, you know, finishing my bachelor's degree in nursing. So now that that is done, I am getting, you know, on full throttle. I'm hoping to, you know, be able to start uploading, you know, multiple times a week. So if you enjoy the content, just, you know, go ahead and just, you know, give it a thumbs up and like it. That way the algorithm knows, you know, to share my content. So see you guys next time. And I have to tell you, I had a couple of Harley guys. They're surprised by the way this motorcycle looks. It looks incredible. The lines are incredible. If you ask me, the lines just look, the lines are just sharp. So definitely, if you ask me, this is going to give Harley Davidson a run for its money, because, you know, it's a very well made bike. It's, you know, it's targeting the American market, cruiser market that Harley has owned for years. So I can definitely see Indian slowly but steadily, you know, gaining into you know, Indian, you know, diving into the market little by little. So